in what might be one of the most egregious violations of campaign finance laws and possibly even court orders. Donald Trump's campaign has been running for the last week ads, television ads. I'm not talking about social media. They have been running ads on local television in Atlanta, Fulton County, where Fani Willis is indicting him, in New York City, where DA Alvin Bragg has indicted him, and in Washington, D.C., where the Department of Justice has indicted him. Donald Trump is basically running these ads to attack the prosecutors, accusing them of things from their past that, of course, never happened. Talking about, they've bungled cases before, they've had prosecutorial missteps, they've had behavior like all these horrible things that are completely untrue about these prosecutors. But Trump is paying from his campaign to put these ads on people's televisions. Now, like I said, there's two issues here. One is the possible violation of law with regard to the trials themselves. No other client, no other defendant would be able to have the kind of money to go out there knowing, hey, I've been indicted, I'm going to have a trial in New York. What if I just spent money running ads on TV to taint the potential jury pool? Because that's what this is, in my opinion. 100% attempting to sway public opinion because the public will be the one sitting on that jury. Every jurisdiction where this is happening should immediately outlaw these kinds of ads. The judges need to step in, issue immediate sanctions, and, yes, freeze his campaign funds. Because that is what he is using to fund these ads. And that's where it gets into the campaign finance law violations. Now, we have very relaxed, if you would say it that way, campaign finance laws, obviously, here in the United States. You can spend your super PAC money on virtually anything, as long as it's political. See, there are some requirements, like it has to be political. It has to be to advance an idea, an agenda, or a candidate. But if you're spending this money to attack a prosecution against you, even if you are a candidate, even if you try to phrase it as this is election interference with me, your favorite candidate, you're still treading that fine line on whether or not this kind of expenditure is legal. So I think the Federal Elections Commission needs to investigate this immediately. The campaign has been very open. They're like, yes, we're paying for the ads. It's a 1-minute ad. We're running it here. We're running it there. We're about to actually start running it nationally, they say. We're going to continue attacking the prosecutors. So the FEC needs to get on top of this immediately. Secondly, every judge overseeing any of these cases needs to slap an immediate gag order on Donald Trump that says, if you attack the judge, the prosecutor, the witnesses, or if you attempt to taint the jury pool with your speeches, your ads, or any other campaign or personal activities, I will hold you in contempt, and they should set a set jail sentence for that. If you do it again, 3 days in county. That's what they could do. They have the power to do that. Like, there's literally nothing that's stopping the judges from doing that other than, of course, the fear of what Trump's subjects will do. And I get it. That is a real fear. We saw it play out this past week. So they're in a horrible position to have to do this, but they do have to do this. And hopefully, Fani Willis, when those indictments do come down, if Trump is still doing this, hopefully she includes something in there about this. Hopefully the initial judge will immediately issue that gag order. We know that Judge McBurney, who's been overseeing this, has, not been afraid to smack down Trump. Same thing with Judge Schutkin. And, of course, same thing with the judge up in Manhattan, whose name unfortunately escapes me at the moment. So we've got 3 judges. Forget Judge Cannon. She's too incompetent to count anyway. But the other 3 do seem like the kind of judges that would put this gag order on him to stop this. Let's just hope that they do it before he continues to taint that jury pool. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel? We also encourage you to like, comment, and share, but again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.